This was admittedly very unexpected. Arknights is very rarely in any drama whatsoever. So when I read this, I was in a general state of shock. Now let's go ahead and find out why that is. Arknights artist plagiarized Monster Hunter and got fired. I did see that down here too. Senmo, which is an Arknights artist, fired after plagiarism. Dude, Arknights is very rarely in any kind of drama. So this is interesting. Arknights artist Senmo fired after plagiarism case. Context. Senmo is an Arknights artist who made the following characters and skins. Okay, these are the characters. I actually don't know all of these. I've played Arknights for so long, but there's still some characters here I don't recognize. But he made a lot of characters. His latest work was a skin for Ascalon. But the skin has a scale pattern that was copy-pasted directly from a Monster Hunter monster. Here's Reddit source of the image. Oh, and then there was another thread made on the Arknights subreddit. This was about the, I guess this was about the original plagiarism. And this thread here is a follow-up on the plagiarism case. He had admitted to the accusation. Oh, right, so here's the scale. I mean, you can't even make a case there. I know why he admitted it. He literally took the wing and just did a vertical flip and pasted it onto the inside of Oh, that is wild. He literally just took the exact pattern and just spun it all the way down. That's hilarious. He took from one of the biggest video game franchises in the world, Monster Hunter, dude. What the hell? And he thought people wouldn't notice? Come on, brother. Brother, come on. There's no way. He even left the claw in. Wait, he did? God damn. Copy my homework level right there. Yeah, but he didn't even make it original. It's the same thing. Ascalon's new skin has some parts that look really similar to the wings of Shagaru Magala, which is a monster from Monster Hunter. Is this simply a coincidence? I'm sorry, nobody can look at that and say that's a coincidence right there. Yes, sir. Has the artist taken inspiration from Monster Hunter, or is this a teaser for another collab? Oh, how they could have written this off was, we're totally doing another Monster Hunter collab. They could have reached out to Capcom and been like, hey, you interested? Oh man, shame about the art. The artist made some great characters. Yeah, exactly, that's sad. That is really sad. Sometimes when artists want to add textures to something, they'll go on the internet, find an image, and just overlay it on top of their drawing. Super common in environment concept art. However, since its environment and the photo is from real life, you probably can get away with it. However, the specific case uses an image from a different game and layered on top to create textures without changing much to make it less obvious. The artist should be taking every accountability. The Chinese players noticed immediately, and Hypergriff changed the pattern. Of course they did. Of course they did. Oh, they did change it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I actually like the new pattern better anyway. I think that's better. I actually think this is better. I like the textures here being smoothed out more than this. I mean, but that's just my opinion. Today, Senmo announced his departure from Hypergriff Studio as a result of the punishment imposed by the development team, and that he accepts this punishment. So chat, this right here, this is how you handle plagiarism professionally. Okay, what happened was Arknights, an artist for Arknights was caught plagiarizing. Arknights immediately addressed it, and they made a public statement. The artist in question immediately addressed it and made a public statement. He didn't try to hide it. Hypergriff didn't try to hide it. They openly admitted to it, apologized. He left the company. You know, as opposed to Silver and Blood recently got caught plagiarizing. And you know what Silver and Blood said? Oh, it was, we totally hired an outside studio. It wasn't us. We're so sorry that this happened. It won't happen again. Even though this has happened for other games under the studio. When Tower of Fantasy was caught plagiarizing Honkai Impact, you know what they said? Whoops, we outsourced this to a studio that we don't directly control. We're so sorry that this happened. It won't happen again. And then they got caught plagiarizing Fate Grand Order, the Saint Quartz. and they said, oh, we're so sorry that this happened. We totally outsourced this to another studio, and they, you know, they're the ones that fucked up, not us. We're so sorry, this won't happen again. This is how you handle it, chat. This right here. This is professionally done. After clearing out my personal items from the workstation and backing up my digital files, I want to formally apologize and say goodbye to everyone. I fully accept all the disciplinary actions imposed by the project team. When one does something foolish, one must accept the consequences. Bravo. Other studios could learn something from this guy. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. I deeply regret that this remorse cannot reach the irresponsible person I was creating this design. Ascalon is a character full of charm. Her beauty has captured countless hearts and deserves widespread admiration. As a co-creator of this wonderful character, I should have done everything in my power to maintain her image. Yet in the end, I was the one who tarnished her. As a dual fan of Arknights and Monster Hunter, to be honest, I still feel numb. Can't fully understand why I made such a careless mistake, bringing harm to two beloved properties and their communities. I'm deeply sorry for making this apology so late. I have constantly revised and struggled to convey my sincere remorse, and I still don't know how to properly face the two things I love so much. I can only thank all the voices of criticism. They have helped me wake up and truly regret my actions. I have decided to, along with accepting my punishment publicly and sincerely apologize to everyone, to give this apology more weight. I hope I can do something to make amends to the Arknights community and something for Ascalon as well. I was wrong, and I'm sorry. So, he owned up to it. Respect for taking responsibility. Exactly. This was a shit thing to do. He definitely deserves to be fired for it, but at the same time, you know, he took responsibility. He owned up to it like an adult. He apologized. And as long as he doesn't do it again, I don't really see that big of an issue with it. Because, you know, we all make mistakes. Sometimes we fuck up. But as long as you learn from your mistakes and don't do it again, then I think he should be given a second chance here. I'm glad everyone openly admitted to this, though, and everyone addressed it publicly. Because that is how you do it, chat. That is how you handle it. You don't write it off and pretend like you outsourced it to another studio, another division, and that you are, you know, your hands are clean. That's not how it works. Question is, why did he do it? Workload, just lazy? It's a real question. Oh yeah, it's unacceptable either way. Genuinely unacceptable either way. I don't understand why he would have done it, given he's made so many other characters before. And now that brings into question, did he copy things from for the other characters from other games? Let's see what people are saying. He definitely didn't hide it well enough. Plagiarism is something light, especially in the art world. True. It makes me sad. I really liked Ascalon's design. Yep. What a week. And it's just Monday. Not to defend plagiarism, but if you really need to copy and paste the text in a pinch, why steal assets from Monster Hunter of all things? This is begging to be caught. Right? It's one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world. What could have caused the foolishness? To try to be a smartass, I'm just curious. Was deadline pressure? I can't seem to think of any experiences all artists understand inherently what this action could mean. Yeah, who knows? Either way, it was wrong, it was bad, they owned up to it, they addressed it. It seems to be all handled, he lost his job. So in the grand scheme of things, you know what? It was handled well. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.